So Politico comes out with this article. Okay, and again, this is fear, 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 fear. A little bit of it, there's a difference between danger and fear. Fear porn is out there. Danger is what's really likely to happen. I don't know if you guys watched this movie, Homestead, that just came out. Have you seen Homestead?
No, it's good.
You know who did it? Angel Studios did it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I watched Homestead with the kids. It's an okay movie, but the thought of it, you ought to watch it just because of what happens. There is an attack, and there's this man who owns this property that he calls Homestead that he prepared for a nuclear war. It's worth you going and watch. I'd actually go back and watch it with you, Vinny.
Okay.
Is
it a series or is it?
It's just a movie. It's just a movie that's done, and acting was actually pretty good. It was actually a good movie to watch, and you will believe it.
Okay.
It was kind of like the Leave the World Behind or the other movie that they did about
going underground?
Civil War. It's a movie like that. So you have to kind of put some of these things in place and say, hey, there's likelihood of this happening 5-10%. Here's how I'm going to be prepared for it. Anyways, here's Politico. 15 potential black swan events that can happen in 2025. Largest cyber attack in history. Okay. Gary Marcus predicts generative AI will fuel devastating cyber attacks, exploiting weak regulation. Okay. So that's that one. A secret deal to stop Iran from developing nuclear weapons. Successionists are on the march. Okay. And the outbreak soon reaches epidemic proportions. What outbreak? They're talking about who knows. A Trump and Xi alliance will emerge. Really? Okay. A two-state solution. Okay. Market crash triggers a global panic. Amy Webb predicts AI misinformation targeting financial markets, causing panic and crashes. She warns uncertainty plagues investors as copycat attack hit London and Tokyo exchanges. 8. Climate action becomes the norm. 9. Unexpected geopolitical alliances and realignments. Okay. 10. South Korea's secret nuclear weapon program. 11. The American military moves into the unvaccinated age. What does that mean? Jacob Soul warns a flu outbreak cripples the U.S. military. Oh, give me a break.
Here we go.
As anti-vaccine policies spread illness, he knows the great American military machine is sick, eroding global alliances. Okay, here we go. 12. The people of Belarus could see freedom. 13. Loss of power will fundamentally upend American life. 14. The temptation to reach for the nuclear toolbox may be too hard to resist. Oh, give me a break. He's talking about Korea and Russia and other places. Got it. 15. Decisive breakthrough in quantum computing. Okay. Tom, any of these 15 you're looking at, does any one of these, for a guy like you that's pretty reasonable and logical, do you say, yeah, I can see that and that and that happening?
So I look at three things that when I scan, my threat matrix goes to three things. Cyber attacks, because I do not think that we are as secure as we think we are. Some of the greatest security we have out there is around our power grid and air travel, and yet we had a failure by a software update. Remember that took down the travel infrastructure for 6 hours?
CrowdStrike? Who?
Yeah. That's exactly right, that they were doing an update. And so something as simple, and it is simple as an update, showed the vulnerability. And it took all day for this system, that system, this system, for all of the airports and airlines to get back up. So I think about cyber attacks, very real. The second thing I think about is it only takes one nut and a tactical nuke to create the dirty bomb. And I once read a CIA threat thing that said that they always felt that the dirty bomb was more dangerous than Putin saying, I'm launching a missile and I'm gonna take out a city. You know what? Damn it. I'm gonna take out half of Kiev. Here it comes. That probability is very, very low. That's part of the Cold War. I have more nukes than you, kind of a checkmate, perpetual, with the mutually assured destruction if you actually play that game. But the dirty bomb guys I do worry about. So I worry about news that there may be a semi-depleted plutonium bomb that if set off won't be a nuclear load, but be dirty. Yeah. So I do worry about a lone wolf actor or a lunatic independent state doing something like that. And then the third thing I worry about is a cousin to the cyber attack. Our power grid is not about the creation of power. It's about the systems that control the power. And so you could take down our power grid, that will wreak havoc. because you have everything from water pumping stations. You've got refrigeration, hospitals. You take out power, and you've got communication. So power out for an extended period of time, even regionally, all I do is take you back to what the Red Cross was finding in the recovery of Hurricane Katrina. The Ninth Ward never really recovered. It took 10 years later to show that it was still devastated. And without power, you will have, things will run amok really quick as people become desperate. And then you'll have civil things that are breaking out with your people becoming desperate, rummaging and looting and trying to survive. So that's what I worry about. Cyber attacks, power grid, and independent states that say, I may not have a big nuke to launch a missile to a city, but I got a little one that I'm going to wreak havoc and put my name on it.
Well, what's funny is, it's not funny. What the guy talked about yesterday, he was showing the 2 different nuclear weapons that could be used to have a nuclear event on the 9th, the 19th, or the 20th. He said something that you can put in a luggage. Rob, you remember that what was he referring to when he talked about a
Tactical nuke?
Well, it was a couple of them we showed, and he says, no, it's a nuclear bomb. He said no to this one. Yeah. He said no to this, if you remember. There was something that says, no, it's not this big. It's actually very small that you can carry in a luggage that can still cause a ton of damage. So, that's what happens with advancement. What's the good? We have better tools to use, okay? What's the bad and the ugly? In a wrong person's hands, it can be used to destruct a lot of different people. Yesterday,
small, automated, and easy to transport is bad on the other side.
That's right. NVIDIA yesterday made an announcement. Was it yesterday or today?
I think yesterday.
Could have been yesterday. He announced, Rob, if you want to pull up the clip, did you see this when he's standing on stage with 20 different robots?
Yes.
Okay, so he's standing on stage with 20 different robots, and he's explaining that we're going in this phase of having humanoids, okay? And he breaks down that there's 3 different types of robots that we'll have, okay? Is this the one? No, it's another one, Rob, that he's standing literally in front of.
They all come up behind him.
They're all behind him, yes.
He talked about cars and robots.
It's right there, sixth video. Is that a video, though? Okay, that's him. So he's standing in front of those robots.
Jeez.
And if you can go find a video, Rob, because he explains, if you can go back to one right there, see if there's a video to show. He's standing in front of these robots, and no, it's not that one. I'll find it for you. And he says there's 3 different types of robots. The agentic robot. Says these are robots that can do simple tasks at the office. Then 2, he said the self-driving car robots. This is it, Rob. Go ahead. If you want to just play it from the beginning. Okay, play it from right there. Go for it.
This will be the largest technology industry the world's ever seen. And so we think that the robotics era is just around the corner. The critical capability is how to train these robots. In the case of humanoid robots, the imitation information is rather hard to collect.
Yeah, that was interesting.
And the reason for that is, in the case of car, you just drive it. We're driving cars all the time. In the case of these humanoid robots, the imitation information, the human demonstration is rather laborious to do. And so we need to come up with a clever way to take hundreds of demonstrations, thousands of human demonstrations. Go to the beginning a little bit.
Go to like 20 seconds.
Somehow,
go to 20 seconds.
Talk about his alligator jacket.
Yeah, see how those guys come. Actually, let the audience see it. Watch this.
The next part is robotics. So
look at the audience reaction.
Humanoid robots.
People are crapping
in
their pants.
Only 5% is clapping.
Yeah, like, oh, God.
And those 5% that are clapping are probably employees of NVIDIA.
Yeah, we're taking over.
The ChatGPT moment for general robotics.
He breaks down the 3 different types of robots. He calls it the agentic robot, complete simple tasks at the office, self-driving robots, and human robots. And he explains how the challenge is to train. So we're going into a whole new era. We're going into a whole new era. Stuff that we're not used to. Stuff that we're not accustomed to. So the speed of adapting, it's as fast as the last 20 years have gone. The speed, this next phase, like imagine right now you're going to the mall and you're walking around 200 robots.
Or you walk into somebody's house and you're like, who is that? And it's just a robot doing dishes or something in the other room.
No, guess what? Remember the Jetsons? They had
of course.
the housekeeper and
Yeah,
maid.
she was
Yep.
she was a robot.
There you go. So that's the simple task example.
Yeah, but then go. Have you seen iRobot with Will Smith, where whoever's controlling these robots, whoever has the, you know what I mean, the motherboard can do whatever that they want with them, and who's to say that they have them turn on us? I'm just being devil's advocate. You never know.
That's the same argument that was made about autonomous self-driving cars and the also self-driving trucks.
Yeah.
What happens if they get hacked and a bad actor is now turning all these self-driving taxis into suicide taxis?
Yeah.
And suddenly they're driving them into crowds of people or driving them on the sidewalks, and that's what you're talking about.
Yeah, which is not good. I mean, I know Rob has, the girlfriend robot Rob bought one of the robot. What? I wasn't supposed to say
wife
that.
I thought you returned that, Rob.
His wife is pissed.
Adam, what do you think about all this stuff?
This particular one or which one of these
Which one of
things?
these 15 things keeps you up? Which one of them are you like, well, that one could happen. I can see that happening. No, I don't see these happening.
Well, I think Tom is spot on. This is something that is a massive concern. The cyber attacks. We understand that it is the reality. I remember listening to Ted Koppel give a speech about this 10 years ago, sort of like saying, hey, guys, this is going to happen to our power grid. And everyone was like, whoa. But I'll tell you the one thing on this list that is actually realistic, and I actually see it happening sooner rather than later, and it concerns one particular person whose name is on the show, and that is number 2, a secret deal to stop Iran from developing a nuclear weapon. Apparently revealed that Putin brokered a 5-year pause in Iran's nuclear ambitions. Trump convinces Netanyahu to stand down, citing Saudi normalization promises while Iran secures advanced Russian arms. So this is already happening. We know that Iran and Russia have a strategic relationship. Has anyone been a bigger loser in 2024 than the Islamic Republic of Iran? Imagine this. I'm just going to sort of paint a picture for our business audience. Imagine you're a startup. You're a wealthy guy. And for 40 years, you start giving seed capital to 40 different companies. And your goal is to dominate the marketplace. Okay, we're going to invest here. We're going to invest here. We're going to invest here. We're going to give these people money. We're going to start this startup. We're going to do this. And we're going to hope to make an ROI, right? Some may work. Some won't, right? Percentage, some won't, some will. But rather than try to build these companies up, rather than try to make a higher ROI, our goal is to disrupt the market and sow chaos all over the marketplace. And for a little while, you look like you have promising returns, and then boom, in 1 year, 40 years of what you've been trying to accomplish has been decimated. That is now the modern day Islamic Republic of Iran. 40 years after Jimmy Carter, who just recently passed, 45 years to be exact. Look at where they are now. By the way, Iran's misery index just went up even higher. PBD, what's the misery index? You taught me this actually. The inflation rate plus the unemployment rate. So it measures the overall economic well-being of a country. They're now the 15th worst country to live in the world, and the second worst country to live in the Middle East behind the lovely place of Afghanistan. It looks like Syria's even doing better than these days. Anyway, Iran is a complete terror state. They've been funding the Hamas. They've been funding Hezbollah. They've been basically propping up the Bashar al-Assad regime. That just came crumbling down.
Your number one is Iran.
I'm just saying that is the most realistic. Why? Because it's already happening. Do you see the article in the Wall Street Journal? This is the top story in the Wall Street Journal. Here it is right here. Iran officially pulls their forces from Syria in final blow to Tehran's regional ambitions. Again, imagine 40 years, you're just funding all these operations, and then boom. How long did it take the Syrian rebels to basically dismantle the Bashar al-Assad regime? 10 days? Hey, happy Thanksgiving, Merry Christmas. Boom, he's gone. He's hiding in Russia somewhere. So this whole conversation, about 15 things that could happen, this is actually happening. There's nothing that I hope for more than the great Persian people to basically live free again. And we'll see what happens with this alliance when Trump comes in between Saudi Arabia and MBS and Israel. And my assumption is after 45 years of this Islamic terror regime that has been demonizing and hurting their own people and hurting the entire region of the world, my guess is this: their fall could come during the Trump era.
our merch team got a lot of requests of people saying, can we get some of these stickers and decals that you guys got so we can also put it on our iPads and different things? So they went to work and they got zoom. Can you zoom in, Rob, into those stickers right there?
Decals.
So the decals, you got the Valuetainment logo, you got the allegedly, you got Only the Paranoid Survive, you got Future Looks Bright, you got the BizDoc, Words Talk, Numbers Scream, you got the PBD Podcast, Angry Patriot. Even Saucecast made it, and Unusual Suspect made it with the stickers. So how do you get it?
Nice.
Today, new hats that have been, some of the hats that are on the BOGO list now, you buy one, you get one free. These hats that we have, the ones that are on this list, Rob, if you can go down the black, the white, we added a few new ones to it as well. Any of these, you order one, you'll get one for free. And first 100, I believe it is, who place the order of buy one, get one free, you will get one of those stickers. Add it to your, order as well. Go to vtmerch.com, order Future Looks Bright. Last year, we had over 120,000 individuals that bought Future Looks Bright gear. 120,000 pieces that were sold last year. What's interesting is just 3 years ago, I believe, the number was 600. And last year went to 120,000. We wanted 1 million people wearing the Future Looks Bright gear. Nowadays, when we go all over the place, we're seeing people, they're sending a bunch of different pictures. Kids reading Academy books, kids having the gear on, ladies now wearing it. My wife finally getting some merch for the ladies as well out there. But place one of the orders, buy one, get one free, get the stickers on your way, and then post them, laptops, iPads, whatever else you want to put it on. If you enjoyed this video, you want to watch more videos like this, click here. And if you want to watch the entire podcast, click here.